Hello guys, and welcome to my video guide for Engineer DPS. In this video I will show you how I play my engineer as a DPS. I will show you the basics if you plan to play your engineer as a DPS. I will also show you some builds like the one I use for leveling, the one I use for soloing like dailies, the one I use for both veteran adventures as well as dungeons, and the two builds we're going to use while raiding. Now, if you don't know anything about engineers, we're a heavy armor class, we can take a beating, we use ranged attacks, and we have 4 bots to our disposal, of which we can only use 2 at one time. As an engineer you can play as either tank or DPS. Now, our innate as a DPS is called Eradicate, and passively it increases our damage dealt by 35%, but it also decreases all our resistances by 7%. If you activate this ability, you enter something called the Eradication ExoSuit, and it lasts for 10 seconds. In this suit, you gain 10 Volatility per second, which is our main resource to deal damage. When you deal damage, you deal additional damage to 3 foes every 2.5 seconds within 5 meters of your initial target. While this buff is active, you take 50% less healing. So it's really important to know when to use this ability, especially in raids. Now, as a DPS, our primary stat is something called Finesse. Finesse all the way as a primary stat. Our 2 secondary stats are Moxie and Brutality. So now when you level up to 50, you start unlocking gear which have rune slots. You have Fire, Fusion, Air, Logic, Life, Earth, and Water. Now for these slots you want to use the following. For Fire and Fusion you want to use Assault Power. For Air and Water you want to use Finesse. For Logic and Earth you want to use Crit Severity, and for Life you want to use Finesse and Crit Severity. Okay, so you're waiting to raid, and I hope you're ready, because we have some raid consumables that we want to use. Food is something called Marksman meal. It increases our finesse by 67. It can be found in Crimson Badlands. So I hope you level cooking, or you know someone nice enough to be able to make this for you. Our boost is the finesse boost, no surprise. It increases our finesse by 61 for 15 minutes, so make sure you have these. And for field tech, you can pick one of 2. The first one is called Bioreactive Acid Membrane, which gives your ability, any ability you use, a chance to cleave. Or you can use a different one which is called Zerk Out Neurochems, which increases our critical strike chance. So there you go, that's some of the basics. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be releasing the upcoming parts as soon as possible. The next part will show you what build I used and show you some of the abilities in action when I leveled up, like what they do and why we picked them, as well as the variation of this build I use for soloing, like dailies and such. So I hope to see you guys for the next part. Thanks for now, and take care.